Welcome back to our leaders of 22, our grade 11s and our grade 12s. I know we don't come back necessarily under the best circumstances, but I can guarantee you that the teachers and the support staff are here working hard and smart to support you as best they can. Please make sure you're checking your emails. Please make sure you're checking all the usual mediums for communicating with your teachers. We need that schooling to start on January the 31st, and everyone's working hard around that. I need you to engage with that. If you don't have a computer, you probably aren't seeing this, I guess, but we've got computers that you can borrow from school, and we want to get them in your hands. I still think it's going to be a sensational year. I'm so excited about our senior leaders. The camp was such a great way to finish. It was a great way to finish all of 21, and we're looking forward to a great 2022. And you don't need to think that this is going to set the style for 22. We've got a wonderful new acting head of senior schooling who's already doing many things to try and support you. Please let us help you over these initial few weeks, and we hope to see you back at school as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Keenan. Hello, Year 11 and 12 students and families. I want to just take some time now to talk about our continuity of learning plan to support you in the first week of online learning. Effectively, our strategy for you is online, and particularly with Microsoft Teams. We've all had a bit of a practice with Microsoft Teams in the past, but there might be a bit of a learning curve for all of us. So patience would definitely be a virtue. If you don't have access to a laptop at home, first and foremost, let us know to see if we can support you with that. But certainly Teams can be accessed from iPads, smartphones, home laptops, computers, etc. So it's quite a versatile app. If you need to borrow a laptop, as I said, let us know. We have a limited supply of loan devices, but contact us and we can talk through what that might look like for you. Our timetable is going to run as normal. What that means, including tutorial lessons, so if you have a tutorial scheduled for period 2 on a Wednesday, you'll still log in with your timetable teacher. If your maths class is Wednesday period 2, you would log in at that time to that team session and you would participate in maths class digitally. I will remind you though, our bell times have changed this year. So period 1 will be from 8:55 to 10:15, period 2, 10:15 to 11:25, period 3 will be 12:10 to 1:20, and period 4 will be 1:50 to 3 o'clock. I'd suggest you try get into your lessons a couple of minutes early wherever you can as well to make sure everything works. So as I said, all these lessons will occur on Teams, and those links will be emailed to your eq.edu.au email address. Make sure you ensure that you join those sessions with microphones and videos switched off. Now the reason we say that is it can be a little chaotic with 20 plus students in the room all together. So make sure those things are switched off at the start. That's not to say there won't be times where your teacher asks questions or you participate in a group conversation as directed by your teacher, but just enter the room with those, and any questions, put them into the chat window on the side. Learning materials will be delivered to you in a range of ways. That could be through Teams directly, OneNote, Learning Place, emails. There could be lots of ways that these resources get to you. Just the same as teachers have different styles in the classroom, they're going to teach digitally online differently from each other as well. The one consistent thing though will be that communication via Teams. That will happen every lesson. At this stage, the plan is to have all Year 12 students log in to a Teams invite at 9 a.m. on the 31st of January. And we're going to provide some key messages there. So you'll have people like Mr. Keenan, you'll have myself who's replacing Mrs. Mankins for term 1, and also our new head of department senior school for term 1, Mrs. Jodie Beecham. So we'll be there giving you some key information to kick us off, kind of like we'd normally start with a CCP lesson every year. From there, period 2 will start as normal. So you'll log into your invite from your period 2, maths, science, whatever it is, teacher, and off you go. We're going to do the same for Year 11s, but at 9:30, and again by period 2, classes as normal. We will take a roll of attendance, so we still have to keep track of who's logging in and who's attending school. We're going to touch base with those students who we don't have contact with, and there's a range of reasons there. And ultimately it could be that you're having technology issues that we could help with, or maybe there are some wellbeing concerns. And of course we have all our support staff on deck to support you. So it's really important we make contact and we get on track as soon as we can. At this point, I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Beecham to talk a bit more about the nitty-gritty of QCE, exams, assessment, etc. So I'll hand over to her now.
Thanks, Mr. O'Connell, and hello everyone. My name is Mrs. Jodie Beecham, and I'm so looking forward to being your head of senior schooling at Oakey State High School this year in term 1. Not ideal, I would love to have been able to meet you all face to face, person by person. However, it is what it is, and we're going to need to work together over the next coming weeks to ensure that everybody has the best possible start to your senior year at Oakey State High School. So as Mr. O'Connell has already spoken about, in terms of timetables and logging on to your lessons, that will all remain as per his information. What I do want to say to you is at this stage, for particularly Year 11 and 12 in terms of QCE and subject assessment, QCAA has just recently released some information saying at this stage, all current details will remain the same. So what that means is, as per our normal expectations, we're expecting our assessment as per normal and no changes will be made at this stage. What that does mean for you, particularly if you're doing a general subject, is that very soon, coming up quite quickly, some assessment tasks will start the process of beginning. So your teachers may already in that first week start to talk to you about preparing for the upcoming assessments and getting on track as early as possible to work towards those goals. So it's really important that you understand that from the very start, the 31st of January, that you are working as if you were at school. So we are expecting that you will be following our code of conduct and that you will be participating to the absolute best of your ability. So it's vital that if at any stage you're struggling to get online, to follow up with your classes, to work out where you need to access materials, that you contact us. If it's subject specific, contact your subject teacher directly. If it's a little bit more broad and general than that, you're having IT issues, you're having some concerns with time management, you're just not feeling that you're achieving to the best of your ability, then contact one of the many welfare support staff. That may include the youth support coordinator, the chaplain, the guidance officer. It could be directly contacting myself. Whatever support you need will be here for you in whatever form that might need to take. So I'm wishing you the very best in your week of online learning and looking forward to hearing from you. If there is any way that we can support you, please expect that we might make contact with you at various times just to check in, and looking forward to hopefully seeing you back on deck as soon as possible.